there are some common clues that will be present when that desire really is from God. And so in this video, we're going to talk about 4 clues that mean a desire you have for someone really is from the Lord. Number 1, if your desire for this person is aligned with biblical principles and commands, that's a great sign that that desire is really from God. Whenever God is behind a desire, you'll know that He's the one giving it to you by where that desire is leading you to go. If this desire is leading you down sinful paths, you can be sure that that's not from God. For example, in Philippians 2 verse 13, it states, "For God is working in you, giving you the desire and the power to do what pleases Him." So when God gives you a desire, it's going to be in alignment with what pleases Him. So if you have a desire for someone who is an unbeliever, that would go against the command to be unequally yoked. If you have a desire for someone that's leading you into sexual sin, that obviously displeases the Lord, thus that desire is not from Him. Number 2, if God is giving you the open doors necessary to successfully pursue this relationship, that's a great sign that He's the one behind these desires. A desire can be good and biblical and still not from God. In other words, just because you like someone who is a Christian, they're mature, it motivates you to, honor the Lord in this relationship, just because it has all the boxes, the biblical boxes, and you're checking those, it doesn't mean that God is the one giving you that desire. Even when you have a desire for something good, God can still say no to that desire because He either has something else good for you or something better, or it's just not His will or His timing right now. This principle can be seen in the life of Paul when he was making ministry decisions. For example, Acts 16:7-8 states, "And when they had gone up to Mysia, they attempted to go into Bithynia, but the Spirit of Jesus did not allow them. So passing by Mysia, they went down to Troas." Paul had a good desire to do ministry at Bithynia, but he concluded this was not God's will. Thus, because the door was open at Troas, and he also wanted to do ministry there, Paul concluded this desire was from God. Likewise, when you have a desire for a certain person, the doors are going to be open for you to participate in a real relationship with that person. Number 3, if your desire for this person is rooted in love and not selfish motives, that's a good sign that God is the one giving you this desire. Why you want something is just as important as what you want. So when God is the one really giving you a desire for anything, including a person, your motives will be pure. So it's certainly not an impure motive to want to be happy in a relationship. God isn't going to call you to marry someone when you know before marrying them that you would be absolutely miserable with that person. That's not what we're talking about here. However, there does come a point where your intensity on your own personal satisfaction in the relationship does turn into self-centeredness. So when true love is present, you'll not only want to be with this person because of what they can do for you. That's a healthy desire. We don't want to just pretend like there's no self-benefit to being with a person you want to be with. However, accompanying that will also be your desire to be with them because of what you know you can do for them. Ultimately, you'll want to be in a greater relationship with this person and have a greater commitment with them because you know to offer them more love, to give them the type of support and care that you want to give them, you need a greater commitment. The friendship doesn't sustain the amount of love you want to give them, so thus you need to progress forward into something more than friendship. And number 4, if you desire this person because you know this relationship will help and not hurt your walk with God, that's a great sign the Lord is the one giving you this desire. Our human relationships really do affect our walk with God. For better or worse, who you spend your time with will affect your love for God and it will either increase it or decrease it. This is why 2 Timothy 2:22 states, "So flee youthful passions and pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace, along with those who call on the Lord from a pure heart." Therefore, God will give you a desire for someone when that desire will actually help increase your desire for Him. A thumbs up's a huge blessing to this ministry, helps this content spread to more people who might need to see it. I'm Mark from ApplyGodsWord.com, and until next time, God bless.